아, 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 에, 이, 오, 우, 아, 아, 오, 우, 아, 어, 어, 어. 아, 내 친구들. 그리고 나의 앨범. 그리고 뮤직비디오.
Imagine starting your career at the modest age of 13 years old. Not only that, but becoming one of the best at it. Uniting historically tense countries and save your own company from bankruptcy. Well, luckily, you don't have to, because it's already been done. And her name is BoA, a K-pop solo artist that was the first to do so many things for Korea and K-pop across the world. Today, we'll learn about BoA's history, what she accomplished, and how she is still going strong today. But before looking forward, I always like to look back. BoA, surprisingly like many, wasn't looking for stardom, but was discovered. Her brother was a dancer and was auditioning for SM Entertainment scouts. BoA was there simply to support her brother, but the scouts were more interested in her. It's hard to believe, but those SM scouts wanted to sign BoA that same night. But as she was so young, it was up to her parents to decide if it was in her best interest to put school on hold and try to become a star under SM Entertainment. Opposed at first, they were persuaded by her brother to sign with SM. And so BoA began her journey in music by becoming a trainee and training for 2 years. Focusing on the usual, dance, vocals, but one that is a bit foreshadowing is BoA took Japanese lessons. Finally, in August 2000, BoA made her official debut with the song ID Peace Be. I cannot emphasize this enough. She was just leaving middle school, but you wouldn't know that just from a glance.
Hi, my name is BoA. I'm 13 years old girl, so I am 8th grade in KKFS. My title song is ID Peace Be. That means my ID is BoA. You know that, right? I'm gonna work really hard, so support me. Thank you.
BoA showed so much potential in singing, effortless dance. She was almost born for this. SM Entertainment also loved it, as the debut album sold over 100,000 copies, which is great for a brand new artist. And almost immediately, SM arranged BoA to promote in the island to the east, Japan. But it didn't come without some sacrifice. BoA had to quit school to get ready for her Japanese debut. Then in 2001, BoA made her second debut, this time with the album Don't Start Now. Focusing on Japan more than anything, she also released English and Chinese versions of her debut song ID Peace Be. Having a moderately successful transition to this new market, SM wanted BoA to double down and make learning Japanese a priority, taking a break from releasing another Korean comeback until 2002. But during that time, BoA was developing into a legendary artist by becoming certified million seller with her official debut song Listen to My Heart. The first time ever a Korean artist had done this in Japan. Finally, back in Korea, BoA came back a stronger performer. Number 1 is such an iconic song in K-pop, guys. It's not just for the boomer K-pop fans, okay? Don't call me a boomer too, I'll get triggered. BoA was able to still have an impressive presence after being gone for some time. Number 1 sold over 500,000 copies and was the 4th best-selling song of the year. Another release in Japan saw BoA become a million seller for the second time with Valenti. BoA was unstoppable in Japan, hosting her first solo concert tour. She went on to come back in Korea with the Atlas Princess and Shine We Are. Needless to say, they both performed incredibly. After a back and forth between Japan and Korea, BoA was without a doubt bringing home the money for SM Entertainment. Lee Soo-man, the founder of SM Entertainment himself, said BoA saved the company thanks to her success in Japan. If it wasn't for her, SM Entertainment may not exist today. It is safe to say that without BoA, you may not have had your favorite SM artists today. Groups like Girls' Generation and EXO might not have been possible. After that, BoA went through some changes artistically. She grew out of the cute, innocent stage, looking for a more mature image as she came back in Korea with My Name. You know what? Looking back at some of these songs, it really screams early 2000s. It's cringy, but awesome at the same time. My Name even made waves in China, as BoA made songs in the album in Mandarin as well, expanding her reach even more. From 2006 to 2008, BoA would continue to top Japanese charts with new music, even taking all creative decisions and control in her hands for some of them. Being the Queen of Asia wasn't enough for BoA, as she advanced into the American market. In 2008, SM Entertainment set up offices in the US just to help BoA's promotions. With the skills to back her up, BoA made her debut in America with Eat You Up. Even in the hardest market, BoA was able to show her talent, landing 9th in Billboard's Hot Dance Club Play chart. BoA went on to release a full English album and performed at San Francisco's Pride Festival in 2009. Oh yeah, and BoA made her Hollywood acting debut in Make Your Move. There really isn't nothing that she can't do.
I mean, it was tough, but I think it's worth it. And I hope you guys enjoyed my English from the film.
Yet, BoA didn't reach the heights as predicted by SM. Plus, BoA seemed to maybe not like it in America, as she found English harder to learn, and it was difficult to find real friends in Beverly Hills where she stayed. BoA returned to Japan to do what she does best: dominate. Surprisingly though, this isn't what happened. For some reason, Identity, her last album, failed to continue her run of 6 consecutive #1 albums. SM Entertainment believed that this was a sign that it wouldn't be wise to have BoA promote in too many countries at once. And so that's when we see BoA come back home to Korea. And in 2010, 5 years since her last Korean comeback, she wanted to prove herself once again. No one still knows what electronic supersonic bionic energy means, but this one was certified chef kissable. Afterward, BoA made a comeback that was just an instant classic. In Only One, BoA is not scared to try difficult choreography. In fact, that is her strength. Only One went on to become an all-kill track by topping multiple Korean charts. Since BoA has been with SM Entertainment for the majority of her life and dedicated it to the company, BoA, aside from a salary, had stock in SM Entertainment for some time. She was also appointed to be in charge of mental care for young artists in the company in 2014, which is so vital, especially today. After more tours and concerts, BoA planned a return. This time, it was her first self-written and self-produced album. Pause. I just have to say, BoA has visuals to compete with anyone in the universe. I mean, listen, I have to admit it. I've had a crush on BoA for the longest time, and it's not going away. Kiss My Lips made everyone fall in love with BoA all over again. She showed promise as a future songwriter with this album. Later in 2015, BoA celebrated a huge milestone. To celebrate 15 years since debut, BoA hosted a joint concert series in Korea and Japan called BoA Special Live 2015 Nowness. It was special to see her reach that point in her career, and a sense of pride has to wash over you when seeing it. 2016 was a light year as BoA released singles through SM Station, but when 2017 came around, BoA was able to be the producer, aka host, for Produce 101 Season 2, the season that produced 101. Now with her name on the tips of everyone's tongue, BoA came back to innovate K-pop again. Camel was the new release, and what can I say that hasn't been said already about her? No one in K-pop can hold a light to BoA, and she's been here over a decade. Not forgetting about Japan, BoA still made appearances to show her love for her faithful fanbase. From 2018 to 2019, BoA went on a tear to drop 3 new songs in One Shot, Two Shot, Woman, and Feedback. Each very solid songs, but fans didn't like the low quality in some of the music videos, provided it's BoA we're talking about, but she will make anything high quality anyways. I mean, how do you even do this? We are now caught up to today, where BoA, with this phenomenal career, is still making music, with her new release to celebrate the holidays have just came out, Starry Night. Basically, nothing happened to BoA. I just wanted to shed light on an artist that new K-pop fans may not know how important she was and is. Trust me, I left out some great songs, but maybe you can do a little bit of listening yourself. BoA is a product of K-pop, but she also made K-pop a product of her. Without her, you wouldn't have this bridge between Korea and Japan musically. Having K-pop artists release Japanese songs seems normal, but it wasn't like that before. I can see BoA creating music, dances, and more for years to come. So if anything, you can thank BoA for changing the whole landscape of K-pop. all from just the day a 13-year-old girl sang her first note almost 20 years ago. That's it for me, Wave. Hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, please get this video a like, hit that subscribe button and that bell so you don't miss a new What Happened video and a lot more of my videos. I feel like BoA is, you know, people remember, but they don't really pay that much attention to her. I don't know, maybe it's just me, but she is an artist you can't ignore. And I haven't, trust me. I told you, I have a crush on BoA. Also, comment down below your favorite BoA song. Oh god. Do I have a favorite? You know, if I ever met her, I'd probably just, you know, do like one of these for like a million times and then she'd just walk away. But anyways, hope you learned a lot about BoA and actually look into her music a little bit more. She has some gems in K-pop. And if you really enjoyed and you want to support the channel, head over to my Patreon like these awesome people and consider supporting. If you can't support a Patreon, no worries. Click one of these videos over here, including What Happened to Psy and What Happened to Ailey. You get to check out more of my content and consider subscribing. Plus, it also helps this video's performance. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Have a fantastic weekend. Annyeong.